Let's try this again. The second time it was my fault, actually, because I was yapping with myself and I had it private. Hi. Oh my God. Oh, I'm so glad you back, hon. Now it's like in and out, but it's fine. Yeah, I was trying to come back and I'm like, okay, I know it wasn't that far off. Like, where did everybody go? And had it on private. And it literally hasn't even been that long since I did a live. Like, this shouldn't be this difficult. And I noticed that the Wi-Fi only acts up mostly when I'm trying to live my best life, when I'm trying to do a live. Let me try to delete some of these windows and stuff. Maybe, I don't know, maybe that can be something that's happening. I don't know. But any new releases you are interested in? Good question. Honestly, I think the only new release that let's see, because I was actually gonna talk about this a little bit. Was there anything that I saw that I was interested in? Surprisingly, no. Surprisingly, no. The only thing that I could say that I was like interesting, it's not even like I don't know if you would actually consider this to be it's not a real release because it's something that's limited edition. It was from Elf. It's not a release, it's just something that was like repackaged, but that was like the only thing that I was like, oh, like that's cute. But it's only because of the packaging. It wasn't because of the like the content. You know what I mean? But as far as like new releases, you know what? I have not been intrigued in a minute. I haven't been intrigued since what was the last thing that I got? Since the Ordinary Concealer. It came out. They just repackaged the Poreless Putty Primer and they repackaged the Halo Glow for like the what's this thing that's happening? It's in like this new red packaging. The only thing that's like more newer is like this little red brush that they have. And yeah, I was just like, oh, like aesthetically, like it, you know, just like visually looking at it, I was like, oh, this is cute. But I don't know if they get me with those like limited edition stuff. But this was just like a whole just repackaged like joint. Adina, life of Michelle. How are you? Yeah, my lives are like so. I keep saying this, I literally say this every single time I go on live that I'm going to be a little bit more consistent. And as a matter of fact, I am from this point forward, I plan to be a little bit more consistent and more organized when it concerns to my neighbors are going off upstairs. They do not know how to walk like people, I swear. They do not. This whole like meditation and all that stuff out, it's helping me a lot. Not to the point where 100%, I'm not 100% yet, but I'm definitely getting there. So that's going to be a huge change. Yeah. I'm just to just stay level-headed. Yeah, the internet for real is really trying it. I literally like don't know what I'll be doing to deserve it. Like I legit don't deserve it. Thanks, boo. I'm glad thank you for like letting me know that you can see me. So crazy. Like it's crazy. I truly feel sorry for people who get really down when it concerns that if you have a YouTube channel and you constantly see stuff like that and it hurts you. I truly feel for those people. I truly feel for you guys. Like it is so sad. sad, and it makes me hurt for the people who can't take that. You know what I mean? There's a lot of people that are going through like their own struggles and going through their own journeys, and you don't know what someone's mental state is. So clearly, when these people are writing hateful things, they're not thinking about you, clearly, because they wouldn't have written what they wrote initially. But it really, really hurts me. And I'm like, wow, there's so many damaged folks out there that just feel the need to sit there and just say these hateful things to people. So sad. So I've been dealing with them in my own way, and really more so of like get write these hateful things. Either they'll disappear. A couple of them even apologize after I have sent these messages to them. And I've been doing that a little bit more lately. If you're following me on Instagram, I've been posting a lot about like, because, a lot of people don't understand being hateful back, or you should, and sometimes, don't get me wrong, there's times that I just want to be like, F you or whatever, you know what I mean? But, I'm human, hello. And I'm really good with the comebacks. Like, I'm really, really good with the comebacks. But I'm like, for what? Thing that's meant to attempt to destroy me. And I say that because you're talking to somebody who about herself, who doesn't feel like, she's ugly or anything like that, but I feel sorry for the people who actually do that to people who don't maybe have the self-confidence or is not able to cope with those kind of things. You know what I mean? It's crazy. I feel in YouTube at certain trying the putty primer. First of all, thank you so much for using it in the middle. You know what I mean? Like it's really, really good. There was one person that contacted me and was just like asking me like a whole bunch of questions, like questions that I wouldn't be able to answer, unfortunately, because I don't work for Elf, but they were contacting me like as if I worked for them. And I thought it was so cute. And I was like, oh, honey, I don't work for Elf. I just like really, really, I just really, really, really love them, but I don't work for them. So like, I can't answer those questions, but it was just so cute. But there's a lot of products that I tested out from the brand that I really do enjoy. And don't get me wrong, listen, I love Elf, but there's a lot of products that I don't like from them either. That's the tea. There's a couple of products that I don't like from them. So far, so good. Like the products that I have been testing out from them are good. And I tell you guys, like if I don't like it, I don't like it. The Retro Paradise collection, I was like, it's okay. The eyeshadow palette, I had to continue to use it to appreciate it a little bit more, because initially it rubbed me the wrong way. And they're like face highlighter or body highlighter, whatever they want to call it. I was like, I don't like this. Like, I don't like this at all. And the fact that they took 3 of their glitter highlighters and just repackaged them into the Retro Paradise thing, not necessarily a bad thing, because if you don't have that glitter eyeshadow, then, it's cool, you can get it. However, if you already own it, it doesn't make sense for you to get it just because it's in different packaging. You know what I mean? The only reason why I was intrigued by the lunar one is because I'm just an alcoholic. Like, that's just me. Anything that's Elf affiliated, I'm always going to be down for it. That's just my thing. I'm so sorry that it keeps buffering. Oh, so crazy. Sometime we got to kiki again. Listen, for sure, because that made my day. I feel that some things from Elf I didn't like was the Elf highlighter duo in the black packaging, and that was colored so, which is crazy. It looks the way the packaging is, looks very similar to back in the day when they had their heart defensor one. I don't know if you remember that one, but that was, I want to say maybe 2 years ago, maybe more. But I have one left. Obviously, they don't make it anymore. I still have it. And I'm scared to use it because I don't want to finish it. Like I don't want it to go away. I don't want to. I should use it, but it was like one of my. Oh, it was the best highlighter. One of the best highlighters. Hey, Ruth, honey, how are you? I got the Elf Retro Paradise. Yes, I wanted to try that Heart Defensive one, but never got it, honey. I'm telling you, if I had two, I would have sent you one. I would have definitely sent you one, but I have one. It's literally my last one, and I'm telling you, every time when I like every time I would go through those things like water. I would go through it like water, and that was when I was really experimenting with makeup. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm still learning, but I felt like I was a little bit better. I'm a little bit better now, but I wasn't as good then. But oh my God, if you saw how I put on my highlighter back then, go back to some of my old videos. As a matter of fact, I'll tell y'all, there's one video that I did that was like, I think it was like an anti-haul or something like that, like back in 2018, 2019. My makeup. She was very unique. I'm not gonna like play myself too much, but she was very, very unique. But hi YS. How are you, hon? I'll teach you some tips and tricks sometimes, Queen, that will be helpful for you. Listen, I'm always down. I'm always down for it. You know, like I'm honestly been enjoying the mess that I create on my eyes, and I noticed that, especially like with my eyeshadow looks, I noticed that when I do more like looks where I don't care as much, they tend to come out really, really nice. And I see the beauty in like my little, what people will say, eras and stuff like that. I've been enjoying my makeup looks lately. Like I haven't really been caring whether if it's not like perfect, whatever. Only thing I can say that I really am a little bit more extra when it concerns like my makeup is like more foundation, because it's complexion, and if you're orange here and your neck looks a certain color, to me, for myself, I don't personally like it. But if my makeup is not like blended perfectly or whatever the case may be, I'm like, whatever. Oh my God, my package comes today. Hopefully. But yeah, I don't care. Like, I don't care about that. I just really more so like care about my complexion products, my bronzers, like if it's matching my skin tone correctly and things like that. Those are the things that I really been paying attention to. And luckily, I have those LA Girl Pro mixing pigments, because that thing has saved my life. I'm one of those people that I'm not good with selecting shades online, especially if you're not familiar with a particular brand, or you've never swatched it before in person. These swatches and their little shade finders, half the times those things don't work. So I have a lot of foundations that maybe are too dark or maybe too light, but those shade Pro mixing pigments are literally like the best thing ever. So I always tended to get foundations that were a little bit more on the orange side. I don't know why, but it's been my thing. So I got the blue Pro mixing pigment thing. Oh my God, it's been godsend. Literally every foundation that I have now, I can actually use because I have those Pro mixing pigments. They're so good. Ruth, thank you, hon. My vibe has been so different now, and I'm just really grateful that people are noticing. I'm trying not to be as negative, and I hope I wasn't even giving that off before. I'm like an open book, y'all. I swear. I just don't give a, like, I don't. Like, I really don't. I try to be as transparent as possible, because that's just how I am in everyday life. I'm pretty raw sometimes, and I know that I'm not for everybody, but I've been trying to be a little bit more gentle and a little bit more kinder. Like and it's nice to hear and see, the responses from you guys. And I always hope that I'm giving that off to you guys. Like, I really hope that. So thank you for that. I got a mixer to get my foundations more golden. It's like the orange one, right? Same here on the foundation. I have to see. Now that's iconic quote. I love the vibe you give up. Hey, sports fan. Hi, hon. I didn't even see you coming. How are you? And thank you for that. Realistically, not one person will suit everyone, and that's okay. Hallelujah to that. I love you, Mama. Keep doing what you're doing, and I love your videos, hon. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you. How are you, sports fan? I like. I'm telling you, and that was the reason why I came on here because I wanted to touch on that. I wanted to talk about that with just how I've been responding to things lately. And I'm honestly speaking, I'm really proud of myself because when Petty Jasmine wants to come out, she hasn't. She hasn't been coming out in a very, very long time. Petty Jasmine has been hibernating. She's been hibernated. She has been, yeah, in hibernation, in deep hibernation, very, very long time. And I hope that Miss Honey does not come out because I feel sorry for the person who will be on the receiving end. But I'm very, very again mindful of like the words that I say, that I put out there, because that's not the person that I want to be. But don't try me. That's all I ask. That's really all I ask. You know what I mean? Like, I do feel like people have the right to defend themselves. You know what I mean? I do feel like people, after you constantly get attacked, it's like, come on now. After a while, the hands go up. You know what I mean? But when it's like done initially, if it's like a one-time thing, I usually just like pay it no mind. I'll like dust. You know what I mean? Like dust. But it's like constant attacks. It's like, bro, please don't. I believe I should only impress myself and those who care unconditionally can get swept with a broom. Facts. Facts. Yeah, it's not. I just want you to know that I found your channel from Simply Steph. She talks about you so much. You know what? I love that girl so, so much. She and I just had a chat with each other recently, and I want to say that since you're on here, I will give you guys, like, this is a good thing about my lives because I always give tea, not tea like bad tea, like good tea, like really good tea. But there's something happening really good, and it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen very, very soon. So I will say that Steph has been a really, really good supporter, and I'm so happy for her. I'm so happy for her journey. Her channel is growing. I'm so proud of her. Like, I love to see that. I love that. I love that. And I think it's such a beautiful thing. So I'm so glad that you came over here on this side as well, because she and I share a lot of like the same values when it concerns like our channels and like wanting to be uplifting and being the change that I feel like we need to see on YouTube when it concerns like beauty content and stuff. Because I mean, hello, we got eyes, we see what happens, we see all of the like drama channels and all of the crazy stuff that happens within like the beauty community and stuff. And sometimes it's crazy. Sometimes it could be a little overwhelming, but like I want to change shift when it comes to that. Like I want to switch the gear up just a little bit. And I don't know, like I know it's impossible. It's impossible for you to be positive all the time. It's impossible. You know, I have my moments where, you know, I have a little moments of weakness, or, you know, I may be in a rut, or I may feel a little self-conscious, like about myself and stuff like that. And then there's majority of the times I'm like, I don't care. This is me. Take it. You don't like it. Oh, well. And I just, you know, like I try to be on that path the majority of the times. But to constantly be happy is unrealistic, you know? So that's why when I do have my content and I talk about my body image and stuff like that, and like me not particularly feeling good about myself, it's because it's real. Like that's how I feel at the moment. Don't get me wrong, I'll pick myself back up, and I'm very, very proud of that. Like I can pick myself back up so quickly. But there's times that I'm down a little bit. And that's why I show you guys that, because I feel like that part is really important. When you have a platform, it's for you to be authentic. There's people who may not be comfortable sharing a lot of the things that I share, and that's okay. That's perfectly fine. You don't have to do things the same way. But I feel comfortable sharing that part of me, because I'm like, in order for you guys to feel connected to me, and in order for you guys to actually like watch me and get to know me as a person, I have to not just share the positive stuff. Like, I want to share those other things with you guys too. You know what I mean? It's just just my little thing. Mm, I don't like the nozzle of this water bottle. There's too much drama and pettiness. Now, don't get me wrong. I like hearing some of the tea, but when it gets nasty, I'm not for it. Facts. Um, I'm not of the tea from afar, but and yes, like sometimes these little, drama things, like, it's a little intriguing, like a little peak. But yeah, I definitely understand that. I totally get it. Yes, check out Glitz. Right, Booby? You're gonna be having a video coming up soon, right? Aw. Hold on, I'm gonna respond back to my sister. Um, but see, look at the love. See, I love that. I love that. You know what? Can we keep it real, 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 real? I want to say something. I really want to say something. Now, ever since I started to go on my journey of like meditation, being a little bit more positive, doing the positive affirmations with others as well as myself, I noticed that quite a bit of people disappeared. And I'm not talking about YouTube. I'm talking about like in my personal life. Like, I noticed. Hold on, this is my husband. Hey, baby, I'm live. Baby, what happened? You okay? I don't know if I can pause this. Yeah, just tell me something. I can hang up and call back. Okay. All right, y'all. I'll be right. I don't know if I can pause it or what. I'll call you back. I'll call you back, baby. I'll call you back. You can go into another room if you need to. I would, but then I would have to shut like this whole thing down, and I ain't got no clothes on, like typical stuff. But usually crazy. I'll tell him that you said hi. But you know what? I'll call him back, and then I'll get back on if you guys are up for it. But I have some things to say. So, hey Vanessa, can y'all please give me like a good oh man, I don't want to leave y'all, but wifey duties. Let me contact my husband, and I wish that there was a way that I could at least pause y'all, so that way. Is there a way? I don't even know. Can I pause y'all? I don't even know. There should be. Oh, I think it was. I think it's Instagram that can do that. I think it's Instagram that can do that. All right, I'm gonna contact you guys right back. I love you guys, and I'll see you guys. Literally, give me like a good less than 10 minutes. I love you guys. I'll be right back. See you, babies.